Out of curiosity, how many of you have daughters who are old enough that you've had to be concerned about them getting married? Several. Well, then you will especially be interested in some of the things that I would like to share with you today. My wife, Anna, and I, for the longest time, were unable to have children. To the point where we were even wondering if we would ever have a child. But then, later in life, than either of us ever expected, we received the gift of our daughter, Mary. Such a beautiful child. And as she was becoming old enough to seek a husband, we were wondering if we would be able to find a husband for her. For you see, we have but a small plot of ground from which we can scarcely raise enough food to feed ourselves. And with our meager means, we really have no ability to put together a dowry for her, which has become an expectation by many of our young men today when it comes to arranging for a marriage contract. But one day when Anna and Mary had taken a few of our extra vegetables and some cloth that they had woven to the marketplace to sell so that we would have money to buy oil for our lamps, a new carpenter here in Nazareth by the name of Joseph came to them and made a purchase. And I remember when they returned home, Anna said that this carpenter had been looking at Mary. But she didn't really think much about it then. But she came to realize in future times, whenever they went to the marketplace, it seemed as if this carpenter, Joseph, who is scarcely younger than I am, would always seek them out and make a purchase. And so it should probably have come as no surprise that sometime thereafter our rabbi came to us and told us that Joseph had approached him and asked him about arranging for him to take Mary as his wife. Mary and I, Anna and I were very pleased when we heard this, but we wondered, he is so much older than Mary. What would she think about this? And so we spoke with Mary, and she was open to the idea. So we invited Joseph over to our home for an evening meal to see if he indeed was the sort of man that we would want for our beloved daughter, Mary, to take as a husband. And it became very apparent during the course of the evening that Joseph definitely had feelings for our daughter, Mary. And even though he is considerably older than she is, it appeared that she had feelings for him as well. And so it wasn't too long thereafter that a marriage contract was agreed upon. And Mary and Joseph became engaged. It was a wonderful betrothal gathering with so much excitement, so much joy. Being an older, established partner, there were no expectations of a dowry. This was good news for Anna and for me. But soon thereafter, the rumors began. For you see, Mary was with child. And there were those that said she had been unfaithful to Joseph. And others who said, it is Joseph's child, and they have broken our tradition of a couple who have been betrothed, who are supposed to refrain from intimate relations until after the year of betrothal has passed and they have become married. I even understand at one point Joseph was thinking of quietly divorcing Mary and sending her away to have her child. But then we received word that a kinswoman of Anna and Mary's, Elizabeth, that she was with child late in life, much the same way Anna had been years ago with our Mary. And Mary seemed to know that this child of Elizabeth's was a special child and would play an important role in the life of our people. And then she also spoke of the fact that her child was, what dare I say it? God's child. Our Messiah. The chosen one. To even say those words feels like blasphemy to me, but she insists that she was visited by an angel and told this. And then we learned that even Joseph had a vision and was told the same thing. That their son would be the Son of the Most High. Well, Mary's decided to go and be with Elizabeth, to help her with the delivery of her child late in life, which can be difficult, as we well know. And perhaps that's a good thing. Maybe if she's gone for a while, some of the rumors will quiet down. Maybe it would even be a good idea if she stayed with Elizabeth until after she's had the child. Our lives are filled with more than enough challenges and turmoil as it is. There's even word now that Herod, you've probably heard it as well, is thinking of requiring a census where each of us would have to return to the place of our ancestors' birth in order to be registered and taxed, of course. Joseph is from Bethlehem, and that would be a very long journey for him. And for Mary, as she's nearing the time of her birth, she should return. But it occurs to me that our life has not been easy. But our God has always provided all that we need, and oftentimes a little bit more. And so, even in these uncertain times, we have always trusted God. suppose we should continue to trust God. And I trust that you will do the same. Peace be with you, my friends. As I alluded to earlier, we know what's coming. We've been celebrating this Christmas thing for 2,000 years. We know it's about the birth of a child that will set the world on its ear and change history for all time. Imagine what it would have been like to have been a part of those events as they were happening, not knowing what was going to happen next. Truly, truly a time of faith and trust. As Joachim suggested, such a time is upon us as well. And it is time to move forward in faith and trust our God. So let's take this moment now and return a portion of God's goodness and blessings that we receive each and every day as we receive our morning offering.